Poker. Winning a gamble. Happy as a little boy. Rekindled in flames. Blanched. Delicate flower. Craving the midday shower. Her thirst never quenched. Belle Reve. Her beautiful dream. Nested in love and cruelty. Lost in translation. Young man. Tainted innocence. Misled in white seduction. Fallen newspapers. Self-defense. Broken beer bottle. Protection from the Polak. Unrequited love.
The setting. Chaos of Belle Reve. Stanley and Stella reside. Blanche adds to the storm. Blanche's soul. Delusional gal. Shep Huntley does not exist. The new boy gets kissed. Oh, Stanley. Ignorance and rape. Beating his wife after drinks. Dominance is key. Mitch and Blanche. Love is one-sided. The other has gone crazy. Life is all sadness. Vices. Loved husband commits. A few men at a hotel. Booze and many lies.
Through my eyes. They told me take the streetcar named Desire, but landed in these dank Elysian fields. The keeper Stanley, but I see a beast, for cruelty has taken in his form. His voice reverberates within my head, thrashing me out of my own fantasy. But Shep, oh Shep, will come to my rescue. How long must I wait for his call to come? How long must I live in such naked light? I don't want realism, I want magic. In baths I find my peaceful home, Belle Reve, but forces me back in reality. Maybe I don't deserve the gift of love, but happiness, I hope, will cross my path.
Stella's look. While Blanche sobs, complains, and lies, Stella sits there and ponders her life goals, with an abusive husband who steals their souls, and thus she is unable to rise. Yet time after time she returns, going to Eunice's after being mightily struck. Maybe one day she'll run out of luck. When will she ever learn? She is going to have a child with the father who rapes his own kin, who plays poker, drinks, and goes wild. Time after time, committing sin after sin. And Stella just sits there, her expression rather mild. Meanwhile, Stanley stares at her with a sharp grin.
The plot. In New Orleans was a woman named Stella, married to a manly man type of fella. Attacked his pregnant wife, ruined her sister's life. Still she came back to be his Cinderella.
Stanley's rage. The epitome of cruelty, masculinity, and lust. The Polish Stanley harbors hate towards upper class, yet his work ethic remains strong and just. His first encounter with Blanche establishes his distrust of her status, of her relationships, and of her past. Thus, his disturbing and superior nature appears unjust. His amusements of gambling, drinking, and sex evoke disgust, only furthering his reputation as a husband, abusive and crass. Yet Stella tolerates this physical abuse, forcing herself to adjust. As Blanche lives with Stella and Stanley, his ego is crushed, so he plans his own attack to strike back, attacking with memories of her past. Her late husband, her numerous affairs, stories that have simply been gathering dust. After being toyed with by Blanche, Stanley does not remain nonplussed. Instead, he regards her promiscuity with amusement, bringing out his ability to harass. Stanley decides on a cruel punishment for Blanche, for revenge is a must. Stanley takes a hold of Blanche, leaving her freedom and honor crushed. For this level of humiliation and violation no one can surpass. He rapes her out of revenge, out of a sense of anger that has forced him to combust. Stanley sees merit only in his own instincts, for he believes to be the strongest and most robust.
No better man. They call me Manly Stanley, a mighty fine description. There's no better man to strike a bowling pin or to fold a hand of cards. There's no better man to execute the Napoleonic codes or to assert his unrequited dominance until there's no man left. This is the life I chose, rooted within the seams of the loss of my redolent past, the days of which our propriety sat on a ladder so high, yet I perched on its highest rung. My beautiful dream, Belle Rêve, a dream my child will only know a dream, the subtleties of which lost in this beautifully sordid world I've come to love. The fire fuels the physical flame, torches my longing for normalcy. It has exiled my love, blinded my heart, clouded my mind. I won't succumb to regret, the virtue of devil's desire. The blue piano fades slowly, a hollow reminder that this is the life I chose.